Classical Arabic, also known as Quranic Arabic or occasionally Mudari Arabic, is the form of the Arabic language used in literary texts from Umayyad and Abbasid times. It is based on the medieval dialects of Arab tribes. Modern Standard Arabic is the direct descendant used today throughout the Arab world in writing and informal speaking, for example, prepared speeches, some radio broadcasts, and non-entertainment content. While the lexis and stylistics of modern Standard Arabic are different from Classical Arabic, the morphology and syntax have remained basically unchanged. The vernacular dialects, however, have changed more dramatically. In the Arab world, little distinction is made between Ca and Msa, and both are normally called al-Fusha in Arabic, meaning the most eloquent. Classical Arabic's only difference toward Arabic is grammar, but in vocabulary, spelling, accent, and pronunciation, there is no difference. Because the Quran is in Classical Arabic, the language is considered by most Muslims to be sacred. History. Classical Arabic has its origins in the central and northern parts of the Arabian Peninsula, and is distinct from the Old South Arabian languages that were spoken in the southern parts of the peninsula, modern-day Yemen. Classical Arabic coexisted with the Old North Arabian languages. In the 5th century BC, Herodotus quotes the epithet of a goddess in its pre-classical Arabic form as al-Alat, which means the goddess. Apart from this isolated theonym, Arabic is first attested in an inscription in Qaryat al-4 in the 1st century BC. The oldest inscription in Classical Arabic dates to 328 AD and is known as the Narmara inscription, written in the Nabatean alphabet and named after the place where it was found in southern Syria in April 1901. With the spread of Islam, Classical Arabic became a prominent language of scholarship and religious devotion as the language of the Quran. Its relation to modern dialects is somewhat analogous to the relationship of Vulgar Latin to the Romance languages, or of Old Spanish to modern Spanish dialects, or of Middle Chinese to modern varieties of Chinese. Morphology. Classical Arabic is one of the Semitic languages, and therefore has many similarities in conjugation and pronunciation to Assyrian, Hebrew, Akkadian, Aramaic, and Amharic. Like all Semitic languages, it has non-concatenative morphology. For example, Katabar, he wrote; Yaktubu, he writes; Maktubun, written; Kitabin, book; Kutubin, books; Kitabatun, writing; Kitabatun, writings; Maktabun, desk; Maktabatun, library; Katibun, writer; Katibuna, writers; Kutabun, writers; Miktabun, writing machine. These words all have some relationship with writing, and all of them contain the three consonants ktb. This group of consonants ktb is called a root. Grammarians assume that this root carries a basic meaning of writing, which encompasses all objects or actions involving writing, and so, therefore, all the above words are regarded as modified forms of this root, and are obtained or derived in some way from it. Grammar. Descriptive grammar in Arabic underwent development in the late 8th century. The earliest known Arabic grammarian is Abdallah ibn Abi Ishaq. The efforts of three preceding generations of grammarians culminated in the book of the Persian scholar Sibawayhi. Recent efforts aim to annotate the entire Arabic grammar of the Quran, using traditional syntax. Phonology. Classical Arabic had three pairs of long and short vowels, a, I, and u. The following table illustrates this. Like modern Standard Arabic, Classical Arabic had 28 consonant phonemes. 1 Sibawayh described the consonant as voiced, but some modern linguists cast doubt upon this testimony. Squared non-emphatic per second may have actually been shifting forward in the mouth before or simultaneously with the fronting of the palatals. Cubed, as it derives from Proto-Semitic *g, j, may have been a palatalized velar. 4 L is emphatic only in all h, the name of God, i.e., Allah, except after I or I, when it is unemphatic. Bismillah, Bismillah. 5 r is pronounced without velarization before I, r. The consonants traditionally termed emphatic d, s, th were either velarized d, s, th, or pharyngealized d, s, th. In some transcription systems, emphasis is shown by capitalizing the letter. For example, per second is written s. In others, the letter is underlined or has a dot below it. For example, s. The consonants r, q, chi are pronounced with velarization. There are a number of phonetic changes between Classical Arabic and modern Arabic dialects. These include the palatals c, j shifted, c became post-alveolar, and j became post-alveolar, d, j, or velar. The uvular fricatives chi became velar or post-velar, x or left as they are but without velarization, chi became d, c. Also voice-alveolar lateral fricative. Quran reciters still preserve the Classical Arabic pronunciation of the above letters. See Arabic phonology for further details of the IPA representations of contemporary Arabic sounds. The language of Classical Arabic is essentially that of the so-called poetic coin of the pre-Islamic poets, a standardized prestige dialect based on conservative Bedouin dialects of the Eastern Arabian Peninsula. A similar but slightly different coin had been adopted in Mecca, in a form adapted somewhat to the phonology of the spoken Meccan dialect of the time, and it was in this form that the Quran was given. The Quran was later rephonemicized into the standard poetic coin. Two of the differences between these dialects are represented in the modern Arabic writing system. The original poetic coin had preserved the Proto-Semitic glottal stop in all positions, whereas the Meccan variant had eliminated it everywhere except initially, following the spoken Meccan dialect. Depending on the surrounding vowels, the glottal stop was either deleted entirely, converted to with or j, or deleted after lengthening a preceding short vowel. The Quran as originally written down represented these changes. Since the document was considered sacred, the letters were not changed. Instead, the letter representing the incorrect with j or long vowel that ought to be pronounced as a glottal stop had a diacritic written over it to cancel out its inherent sound. If no such letter existed, the hamza was written between the existing letters. This is the origin of the complex rules regarding the writing of the glottal stop. In the spoken Meccan dialect, however, these word final sequences did not merge in this way, instead remaining as a separate vowel, perhaps pronounced e. Correspondingly, the Meccan coin variant split the standard coin's final in two, in ways that corresponded with the spoken dialect. In writing the Meccan variant, final was written with the letter alif, while final e was written with the letter ya, normally used for j. When rephonemicized into the standard poetic coin, the occurrences of ya meant to be pronounced as j or a. Only recently, two dots was created to be written under the final ya in order to distinguish it from the pronunciation of a. This invention was not adopted by all Arabic-speaking nations, as for example, Egypt and Sudan never had two dots under the final ya in handwriting and print, even in printed Quran. Ya, when used to spell a, was named alif maksura or alif layana. This is why final a can be written either with a normal alif or alif maksura. Special symbols. A variety of special symbols exist in the Classical Arabic of the Quran that are usually absent in most written forms of Arabic. Many of these serve as aids for readers attempting to accurately pronounce the Classical Arabic found in the Quran. They may also indicate prostrations, surahs, ayahs, or the ends of sections.